Today's webinar is write helpful data-rich AI articles that get results. So basically what I want to show you is how to use a SEOwind product to get the most out of it and get actual results from building content and building content marketing to get the best results when it comes to revenue, because like you have to convert the leads into revenue. This is the goal of SEO. It's not bringing traffic for the sake of traffic, but actually changing it to revenue. Just yesterday, I've checked out with a couple of our customers that we work directly as consulting, just to see like how they're doing. And I compared year over year, last 28 days to 28 days exactly a year ago. And to give you two examples, one of the customers got from 2,250 clicks per month to 12,900 clicks per month, according to Google Search Console. So that's like 573% growth year over year. Like for me, that's amazing. Another one, which is like twice as big, it went from 3,980 clicks to 22,300. So it's a 560% growth, because they're using SEOwind in a right way, and they're doing a lot of more things with SEO. So I hope that you can get the most out of it to actually bring in the revenue that you deserve. If you log into the system, like this is how it will look like. You start with a simple thing, create a brief. I want to create a brief for content marketing strategy today, because this is something within our niche. So I'll write strategy. So I need to put in a focus keyword. Then I choose location. Location is the SERP results location, not my location. So if you're aiming for United States, that should be United States. Then I choose the language. Language for my article will be English. I want to write it in English. If I want to choose a different language, I can choose between these languages. So Czech, Dutch, English, French, German, Indonesian, Italian, Polish, Portuguese, Slovak, Spanish, and Swedish. Like, so we can go with these specific languages. And then what I'm doing, I'm choosing a project. Project is kind of like a bookshelf that we put our article on to help to optimize it even further. I will go into projects in just a moment. When you're ready, you just hit create a brief. And right now, what we will do, we will start analyzing the data for you. So our approach to AI writing is to be research first. Like we do a lot of research to be able to feed the data to AI in the most digestible way for it. Like we use multiple agents that use different models, AI models, to work together. So just imagine that, like that you have a marketing team that consists of an SEO expert, data researcher, content writer, content editor. We try to group all of these roles together and have separate AI agents kind of that work together to get the most out of creating an article, working together to bring you the best possible results. Okay, this part will take about 2-3 minutes. So let's go jump into the project so I can show you exactly what you can do in projects. So the first thing, I'll go to my custom project and I will edit it. Right now, on the first page, you have like your project name. You can name your project however you want. Most of our customers use the name of a company that they will publish the articles on, or maybe some kind of a name for a customer. Then you add your project domain. Why it's very important for us? Because what we do, we scrape a little of data from here and there just to understand exactly and start building your profile so we understand who are we working with. Because when you're working with a human writer, what they do, they learn from the interactions with you. So what every single time that you have a cooperation like and you have a discussion with them, they know a little bit more about you. We want to do the same. We want to build a profile of you to understand exactly who you are so we can provide it to AI in a digestible way so it understands who is it working for and who is it working with. Like, so basically this is very important from our perspective. Then you choose a model within this project for AI writing, and only AI writing because we're using different models and different models for different tasks. But for AI writing, we let you use a couple of different models. So you can choose between GPT-4. Basically, when we're looking at GPT-4, it's known for its creative flair. It's very good with crafting storytellings, articles. I would say it's better for B2C approach. Like you can mold it a lot, so you can change the brand voice. So, for example, we had one customer who had a gardening store and wanted to sound like fairies. Because we defined their brand voice, there was magical dust all over the place. So definitely, I would choose GPT, OpenAI GPT for this specific reason. Uh, there's Google Gemini. Gemini leans towards factual accuracy and is a little bit more concise. At the same time, I would say the content that you will produce with Gemini, it's a little bit drier. So like it's more academic, technical. So when you're producing things like content like that, this is a go-to for you. But the problem with Gemini that I see is you can mold it a lot less. Like, so if you want to have a defined brand voice, it will listen a little bit less because it kind of knows better. It will sound more academic and technical. And there's the third one that we provide with. It's Anthropic Claude Free Opus, and it strikes a balance between the two of other ones, like so between creativity and factuality. From my perspective, it understands a lot more instructions. At the same time, it keeps the factual data more precise, so it's more concise than what you see in OpenAI. It's less flowery. It listens more to what we tell it. And it's something in between. I really love how Claude works. And I would really recommend it for most of B2B solutions. Like, really try Claude or try Gemini. They really are good. You can change it at any point if you don't like certain way that AI writing works. Like, you can go back here and change it for future articles. When you're ready, save it. Then you go to the brand voice. Brand voice is the voice that you'll be using for AI writing. As I mentioned, like different models like look at brand voice in a different way. But what you can do, let's delete my brand voice and let's create a new brand voice. So to do it, I'll use AI. So I'll hit create a brand voice. And here I need to paste sample text that has my brand voice inside. So let me go to one of my articles, actually Kate's articles, and let me copy a big part of this article as a sample text. I'll just copy paste it, then go to my brand voice, and I'll paste it in. I'll hit continue, and I'll evaluate my brand voice to see exactly. I'm sending it to AI, so it will help me out to identify what is my brand voice. I'm using AI as a mirror. So basically, AI tells me exactly how I sound. If I would be creating this on my own, like from scratch, it would take me at least 1 or 2 days to create these couple of sentences. But with AI, that is my mirror and tells me like, look, Tom, you sound like this. It's far better. I love Cyborg method. If you know me, Cyborg method means like AI working with a human together, not against each other, because we can work in a team. So my best buddy, AI, just told me like, look, Tom, the brand style is informative and professional, yet welcoming. It uses an expert voice, etc. So I would take it and I would say like, you know what, AI, I will add here something because like I think I want to sound a bit more like that. Uh, when I'll be AI writing and I will see the articles that come out based on this brand voice, because we will be passing it to AI when AI writing. And if I miss something in the article, I would come back here and redefine it, like tweak it a little bit here and there to get the most out of it, to get the things that I want. And I would modify it in the best way possible. Let's save it for now. Let's go to the next tab, which is company details. So what you can do, you can add your company name, company information, product and service information, and target audience. We need it for filling out your profile. So basically to understand exactly who you are, so we can pass this information to AI when AI writing, so it knows exactly what to do and who is it working for, as I mentioned. And then there is a last tab that we have is internal linking and SEO missions. So basically, internal linking is this part where you can integrate into your Google Search Console of this specific domain. When you do it, we download your data from Google Search Console, and we will use it when AI writing, using a little bit of NLP and understanding exactly what we wrote to give you opportunities for internal linking inside the article, so you don't have to. So because we're going through a lot of data, it will help you out to find internal linking opportunities and build really cool things without working on internal linking. And there's a new feature called SEO missions. SEO missions is one of the things requested by our customers. So our customers thought like, okay, Tom, we really like the briefing part, but what we see, we don't know what to go after, what kind of keywords to start with. So we wanted to solve this problem. Like SEO missions is a gap analysis between you and your competitors. So what you can do, you can just put in your competitors. So for example, clue.com, Timely App, like whoever that is, and save it. What we will do, we will pull the data from an API that will give us information about the keywords that they rank for, and we will compile it all and create a big spreadsheet that is easy to go over, like and find keyword opportunities. Let me show you. Like still we're waiting for the brief. Probably it's ready, but let me show you SEO missions, how they look like. And from today, it will be available also on accounts that are pro and above. So this is an example of SEO missions, how they look like. So as I mentioned, like we have a couple of thousands of keywords. Like as you can see, there's like 44,000 pages of keywords that I downloaded from different competitors. But like how to deal with such a vast amount of data. First of all, you have a lot of filters that you can work with. What we did when we pulled data from different competitors, we created one table of keywords, and we know exactly how many of these competitors rank for certain keywords. So let's start with a match. Match, this is how many of our competitors are ranking for this keyword. So what I will do, I'll just choose all the keywords that have a match of 2 or above, which means that at least two of my competitors, rank for this specific keyword. And this will be already a lot better because, like, when I'm looking at it, ScaleNut, for example, and Surfer rank for search engine positioning. Like, I might want to go after this keyword. So straight from here, I can create a brief using this keyword. I don't have to go anywhere else just to start working with this keyword. But let's go with another filter that I really like, because we divided all the keywords into 4 different categories. So commercial, informational, navigational, and transactional. I'm interested mostly in commercial and transactional. So let's see what I can find here. So then I have like phrases that are closer to commercial, transactional. So phrase rewriter, searching for keywords, and so on. We added our priority score. Priority score is our algorithm that we rank all the keywords based on all other factors like search volume, keyword difficulty, CPC, and search intent. We are ranking all the keywords to get you to rank them in from the best keywords, potentially best keywords, to the worst keywords. But we can also use, for example, search. So if I want to search for keywords that contain content, as an example, on top of that, I will find all the keywords that have content. So AI content detectors, optimize content. Like for example, this one, I know that keyword difficulty is 63, cost per click is $5.63, and the search volume is 880. That might be a keyword that I want to go with. These are competition that ranks for that. I can go directly to their pages to see what they did. So this is how SEO missions work. Hopefully, it will resolve a lot of problems with finding new keywords and new opportunities, and will help you out to get the most out of it. Let's go back to the brief. So here's our brief. Let's open it up. And as you already know, like the brief consists of 2 sides. On the left side, we have the data, all the data that you will need for writing and filling out the brief and writing the article. On the right side, we have the brief part. This is empty because we just created it. So what we started with, we went with content marketing strategy, this specific keyword. We went to United States IP address and we went to Google just to check who ranks for that, because these companies nailed the search intent. So we copied from Google exactly who ranks for that. This is position 1, SEMrush, HubSpot, Content Marketing Institute, and so on. So this is like position 1 from Google, position 2, position 3, position 4, and so on and so forth. First thing that I normally do manually if I don't have SEOwind, what I do, I take these URLs, I go to SEMrush or Ahrefs, and I check what do they rank for, because it's really cool to actually understand the initial primary keyword, but it's really good to understand what are the secondary keywords that I can go after. So then you have, if you would use SEMrush or Ahrefs, like you would have to open up like 10 tabs and manually pick like the keywords and copy them to a doc file to help you out to fill in the secondary keywords that you want to go after. The problem with that, you have to use a lot of your brain power. So that's why we want to do it in all in one tab, so you see exactly what's happening. So on my right side, I have my secondary keywords. So what I will do, I'll go to the first competitor and I'll click show 50. So that means that we have 50 keywords for them for this specific URL, and we can go and pick the ones that we like. So I'll just pick content marketing strategy, content of a marketing strategy, strategic content marketing, content marketing tip. You can see keyword difficulty and search volume for every single competitor. Then I can go to the second one. I don't have to switch tabs. Content strategies, content strategy examples, content marketing planning, really cool keyword. Content generation strategy. Let's go to the third one. If something is marked, if something is here on my right side, it will be marked as chosen. So I don't have to memorize stuff, what I already chosen. Like I will see exactly the ones that are on my list. So for this specific keyword, what I would do here, I would add probably from 30 to 40 keywords that I want to go after. So this is kind of a lot. And this is exactly why they're color coded. They're color coded because when we downloaded all the keywords, like 50, 50, 50, altogether, I would say like above 300 for sure. What we did, we sent it back to AI and we asked it kindly, dear AI, can you please cluster these keywords to help me out to identify exactly the groups that are in, so it's easier for me to understand how they work with each other. So when I have here on my right side about 30 to 40 keywords, instead of having a pile of keywords, I'll have, let's say, 5 groups of 6 keywords each that will work with each other. And it's far easier from my perspective to digest it because I will understand how they work with each other. Uh, they're close to each other, and this is a lot easier for me to understand. But one more thing that we have with the colors is that these colors also exist here on the left side. So if I'll be scrolling through my list of keywords, I can see like, okay, that's a gray one. I don't have a gray color here. I will see create a content strategy. It's a different group that I can add to my right side, but I read colors a lot faster than I can read words and compare to each other, because that would mean like memorizing a lot of stuff. Or for example, if I will not have enough of, let's say, these green ones, I would look for color green and think about like, okay, that's maybe not the keyword that I want, but like, let's go with this one. That's something that I want to work with. So if I want to fill out more keywords for a specific group, I can work with specific colors, and that helps me out to fill it a lot faster. Sometimes what I do, like this is a hack, if I see a keyword that is not a fit for me for this specific brief, I'm writing it down somewhere to start a new brief from that, because sometimes you will see an outlier that talks about something a little bit different, and we can see an opportunity to write a different brief straight from this keyword. So this is a hack. I call it like a chain reaction of briefs that I start with one brief and then I go with a second one because I found some keywords, third one, fourth one, and I end up like from one keyword, I end up with 5 briefs for that. Okay, let's go to the next section, which is extremely important. So competitor outlines. Since we know exactly who nailed the search intent, and we went to all of these pages and we started to analyze their text that they have like on their website because they nailed the search intent, they did hell of a job, they're in top 10 search results, they're bringing in the traffic. So one of the simplest things that we did, we extracted their outlines, because what I normally do manually, if I want to analyze a search intent, I would go to every single one of them. I would scroll through just to understand exactly what did they do to nail the search intent. But that's very time consuming. And again, you have to use your brain power just to memorize stuff, what's where, and compile it on a spreadsheet, a different spreadsheet. So you would have to open up like next 10 tabs. Altogether, you would have like or at least 20 at the moment, and you will need to copy paste things from each one of them, because I'm using them as kind of puzzles. Like, because for me, search intent is very important. Google defined what is the search intent. If you will miss the search intent because you have a better idea for like how to answer the topic, in most cases you will miss. But if you combine the search intent with your opinions on top, like kind of create a sandwich out of search intent and your opinions, your special matter expertise, you will nail it. You will actually get better results. And especially like if you're using your competitors kind of like puzzles to pull from each one of them things that are really important for this specific topic and create something that is far better than any one of them, you will get better results. So how we can use their outlines? We can actually check them out to see like exactly what do they do to write about this topic. But we can use AI to help us out. What I'm doing right now, I'm asking AI a simple question, kind of simple. Uh, I'm going to AI asking it, "Dear AI, I'm writing an article on the topic of content marketing strategy. Can you help me out write a comprehensive brief for this topic?" This part, you could go to any kind of AI and ask this, but the problem is that AI doesn't have the search intent. They don't have the context to answer the question. So they will answer with a logical answer, but they will not nail it. So what we're doing on top, we're saying like, "But hold on there, AI. I know exactly what's the search intent because I know the outlines of our top 10 search results competition that nailed the search intent. Can you take it like into account when answering my question?" Like that, it just created an outline that I can copy to my outline. So I'm just like adding it to my outline. As you can see, it's quite comprehensive. So what I would do, I'm a special matter expert in the field, and I'm working with AI in a team. As I mentioned, I'm a big fan of Cyborg method. Humans working with AI together, not against each other. So my buddy AI just told me like, "Look, Tom, my opinion about this topic is that this outline will nail the search intent. What do you think?" Good that you asked, like, because I'm a special matter expert in the field and I can go over that and check it out. So let's say I don't like understanding the audience. So I'll just like click the first one, click shift on my keyboard, click the last one, delete the whole part. But I can still have access to the data of my competition, and I can work with it because I have my opinions, but I also like to have access to the data. So let's say I like this question. Do I really need to create a content marketing strategy? So after the introduction, like I would like to add it. So I'm like highlighting a place where I want to add it, and I'm clicking the question to add it directly into my outline. If I want to add something about my company, if I want to add an additional thing, I can always do it. If I don't agree with something because AI went overboard with like too many things to talk about, I can change things. I would spend here like 5 to 10, maybe even 15 minutes to nail it, like, and make it as good as possible, because the better your outline is, the better the foundation of the article. And that's the most crucial part of the whole article. What we also did, we vectorized the content of our competition and we analyzed what goes where. So that's why when I added the outline, a lot of things highlighted here in my competition. That means like we know more about the things that they are talking about, and we can pull a lot of more data when we'll be AI writing. So we're using it for AI writing just to get the hold out of the topic, just to understand exactly what they're writing about. Okay, so let's add like a thing on the end. I want to add a nice juicy FAQ section. I really like FAQ section. I know that rich snippets, like when it comes to FAQ answers, like they're not that much visible at the moment, but it still helps with SEO. So I just added an FAQ section, and I'm going to my next section, which is questions to answer. So I have like Google. People also ask, so we're taking it from Google. We're having questions from Quora and questions or topics from Reddit. So I'm highlighting a place where I want to add some of my questions, and I'm adding the questions that I like. As you can see, they're structured in a wrong way. So FAQ is H2, and these are also H2, and they should be H3. So what I can do, I can click the first one, click Shift on my keyboard, click the last one to highlight all of them, go here and change them to H3. What I can also do, I can use keyboard to do it. So I can use left arrow, like to change them to H3, right arrow to change them change them back to H3. So this is definitely helpful. Okay, let's go back to the top. We have the title, we have the description. So I like to use AI to help me out with defining the title, although I like to have control over that. So I'm clicking to AI, like a button to AI to help me out. What we're doing right now, we're pulling the data from our SERP results because they work, they are in top 10 SERP results, and we're providing it to AI as context, and then we're asking it to help us out. So I can see a couple of titles. If I don't like them, I can always rewrite them again, but I will go with the first one. If I want to edit it however I want, I can. I'm in control. I'm a subject matter expert in the field. AI is just there to help me out and speed up the work, but I know exactly as a special matter expert how to do it and how to deal with that. The same goes with description. We're using AI, like we're pulling the data from SERP results, we're pushing it to AI so it knows exactly the search intent and it has context. So we can then choose one and go with it. What's next? We have the word count, headings, and images. These are just suggestions because when we pull the data from SERP results, we counted the word count, we counted the headings, we counted the images just to know exactly what our competition is doing, but treat it just as a suggestion. We will pass it to AI, but AI not always listens, and I'll explain that a little bit later. So what we have then, we have our outline that we already went through, and we can do a lot of things here. Make it as good as possible. That's really, really important. If you feel it's too long, delete things. If you want to add things, add things. If you see a place where you can fit your product, like a heading about your product, something that you do, or services, definitely add it here. Okay, then we have secondary keywords. I showed you how to add keywords manually, but there is a maybe better, maybe a different way of doing that. You can click add AI keywords, but to do that, you first need to fill in title, description, and the outline. Why? Because what we're doing, we're actually going through the keywords that we have like from our competition. So we're getting all these keywords from our competition. So these 300 something keywords, we're pushing it to AI. Then we're pushing title, description, and the outline to AI. And we're asking AI kindly, look, AI, this is my article. These are potential keywords that we want to go after. Which ones do you think are a match? Like, which ones should we go after when looking at my outline, when nailing the search intent and looking at my outline? Why are we doing it this way? Because we want to go after keywords, not exactly about like making up keywords, because AI is really good with hallucination, and we don't like hallucination in this field. We want to find the keywords that we actually have search volumes and we want to go after. Okay, there are additional couple of features that will improve how your content looks like. So you can switch a couple of toggles. So the first thing is company and product information. The company information that I showed you in project, if you switch it on, we will use it when AI writing. What we will do, we will go over the whole outline and we will find a relevant place to put information about your company. We will not spray all over the place with information about your company, because that's salesy and that makes no sense. That just stinks. So we will find something relevant, a place that we can fit information, and we'll provide to AI in a digestible way information like, look, AI, this is our company, it's a fit for this heading, because we're writing piece by piece. Then there's statistics and quotes. So what we're doing, we're finding additional statistics and quotes to make the content richer, more valuable, because like Google really loves like statistics, quotes, everything that is connected to data, because that shows research. That's extremely important. Then it's internal linking. As I showed you, like you have to integrate into Google Search Console, and based on this data, we will provide you with internal linking opportunities. And then there is like really a cool feature, your own insights. So what you can do, because again, Cyborg method, I believe really about cooperation between AI and a human. You're a special matter expert in the field. So what I believe in, that you have opinions, expertise in the field. Maybe you're an agency and you can tell something about this specific brief that you have. Maybe you have some original data. Maybe you worked with customers and that you have some opinions how things work. What you can do, you can add your opinions, everything that you want to talk about on this topic. What we will do, we will parse it, so divide it into separate thoughts, and then we will go over the whole outline. We will find relevant places for each thought, and when AI writing, we will tell AI, look, AI, our special matter expert said that this is really important for this piece. So you can feed it with your own data, your own insights, your own opinions, which will make your content even more valuable. This is basically the definition of EEAT, according to Google. Like, so your expertise is crucial. This is why Reddit blew up in the last content update. Add your own expertise. We can do it for you. We can help you out. Just like copy paste it. We will parse it. We will deal with what you're saying there. If you feel that you have like something for a specific heading, so measuring success and KPIs, for example, just write here, like in the heading XYZ, we think that this and that. Like what we will do, we will match it to this specific heading. Like we will actually deal with that. When you're ready, you can do two things. One thing is copy brief to clipboard. I'll just copy it just to show you what you can do. Then go to a doc file and paste it in. When you paste it in, you'll be able to send it to a human writer. This is how the outline looks like. So we will start with the headings, SEO title, meta description, article guidelines, secondary keywords. They're all grouped like so. This is one group, this is another group, and so on. All the suggestions like so, article length, brand voice, company details, because we added company details, potential statistics and quotes to use in the article. So all the statistics and quotes that we actually are trying to use for this article, and then the outline with links to sources where you can find more information. So you can send it directly to a human writer. But what I would really recommend is go and generate an AI article. We would use the AI model that you've chosen in the project to write an article. We will take all the data from above, a lot of data from the left, because we're using this multi-model approach where we're first preparing the data and then providing it in a digestible way to AI and writing piece by piece. We're writing H2 by H2. This is how we do it. Why? Because for every H2, we say to AI, look, AI, this is your brand voice. These are information from the search intent that we picked from competition, just to take a hold of it, just so you know what to do with this. This is what our special matter expert said about this specific heading. This is exactly like a statistics or a quote that you might use in this specific heading. And we're writing piece by piece. Like all together at the end, we're adding internal linking opportunities to provide you with the best possible outcome. Like that is fed with data, so AI doesn't hallucinate. So AI gets valuable content, and it doesn't bring like and create fluff that makes no sense. Why I said that sometimes this is just a suggestion. As you can see, like this is 2,800 words, more or less suggestion. But here we added at the bottom like an estimation how long will be this article, and it's over 4,500 words. Why? Because if let's have an example. If we had like 1000 words limit here, and then we added 100 headings, if you send it to a human writer, what the writer would do will say like, hold on there, Tom, either loosen up on the words or let's get rid of 80% of these headings because I can't do both. AI will have to make a decision and they will go with the outline to make as good article as possible. That's why we added here on the bottom like an estimation of the length. So if you feel that it's too long, you can go back, you can delete a piece of it and see like, okay, it went down to 44,000 words. Uh, Article will be generated within about 10 to 15 minutes. So you will have like time for coffee, or you can go like and start working on a different article. So let me hit generate and it will slowly do it. But I have an article prepared that I want to show you how it looks like. So this is an article that I wrote just a half an hour ago to show you exactly how it can look like. So it has a meta title, meta description. We got it straight from the system. I didn't do any changes. Like from my perspective, this is like 80% ready. What I would do, I would send it to a human editor, and I would still go over that just to see like, okay, let's remove this or that. I don't like this. Let's remove this link because I don't like it. Let's add our opinions on top. Like you have right now time to make it as good as possible. So like use this time to improve this content. The better the content will be, the better results you will get. This is really important. AI will nail the search intent, but you can improve it even further. Can add your opinions, add your perspective. You're talking to the customers. AI doesn't. So you have these perspectives that you can use and help out AI, work in a team, cyborg method. AI working with a human together. So as you can see, we added internal links. So for example, this links to SEOwind anatomy of blog posts. So we have this. We have some data. So 90% of organization market with content. So like we are adding this data straight into the article in a seamless way. We have like more links, internal linking, more data, because this is really important to prove your point with data. The better you will do it, the more likely the content that you will create will be valuable. So this is how it looks like. If you have any questions at that point, please let me know. If not, I will go to a next thing that we have, which is extremely helpful. Some of our customers asked me like, look, Tom, it's cool that you're doing internal linking inside when you're writing the article, but I have like a massive amount of articles and I would like to do internal linking there. So what we actually did, we created a Chrome plugin for internal linking. I'll go actually to an article that I didn't do yet. So let me go to this article. What we're doing here, we're pulling the data from your Google Search Console. So you have to integrate the internal linking plugin into your Google Search Console. And then when you're on a specific page, just like hit get internal linking opportunities and wait a little bit, because that takes a little bit of time. What we're doing right now, we're going over the whole article. We're downloading the article. Then we're getting the data from your Google Search Console. We're using NLP just the same way when we're writing a new article. And we're finding internal linking opportunities directly on your page. So basically, the plugin is CMS agnostic because we're working directly in the Chrome browser. Remember, this plugin only works with a Chrome browser. Don't use it in any other. But like we will pull the keywords and mark them directly on your page. So if you want to go with a writing assistance, and there is a link that we have, SEOwind.io, enhance your writing with AI. We will mark it where it is. You can go and copy the keyword, copy the URL, go to your CMS, put it directly there. You can use this plugin. It's free. We done it because like some of our customers really wanted to see how do they work, how they can do it. Remember that this article is already a lot like optimized a lot. So even though that we optimize it, we could find additional 10 to 15 internal linking opportunities. So if you have any questions so far, please let me know. Hopefully, that will help you out a lot with how you're using SEOwind. If you will have any questions after this webinar, just find me on LinkedIn, ask me questions. I'm always happy to help. If I can help you out with some SEO things that you're doing on daily basis, if you want to even brainstorm a little bit about like the strategy that you have, I'm always happy to help you out. Thank you very much for watching it, and see you soon. Happy content writing. Cheers.